We're on 646. Okay, we left off where he had said that when we speak about Bein Adam Chaver, a person does tshuva, so it's not enough only to correct the wrong, but with the heart or the hand or the mind that you had done the wrong, you should do the right. As he said, person has a lev ra, ayin ra. So you do tshuva. So you have to have a lev tov and ayin tova. So positive. Ummashitik she'or hatshuv mimenu umashinog bo odom atshishov bo amase ra dovi ki dovi kamase mativim shalik alanichom. The Rambam in Hilchos Deos speaks about a person's born with certain inclinations or certain personality traits. Some are positive, some are negative. Person is born to be very generous. Person is born to be stingy. Person is emotional person. Person is not emotional. He's like stoic, different. And the Rambam speaks about the positive and negative of each one. Person is naturally generous. It could lead to not good things. Because you may support things, because your response is really, it's based on your emotion. It has nothing to do with the mind. That's where the Rambam speaks always about the shvil azov, right? The equidistant point between the right and the left, the two extremes, is the shvil azov. People mix it up, they speak about the shvil azov. The shvil azov has to do with one's characteristics. It has nothing to do with, you shouldn't study too much, shvil azov. It doesn't mean that. Chas v'sholem. A human being is endowed with the ability to make choices. Now, what is a choice based upon? It's based upon your intellect. But if a person has a conflict of interest, then your intellect is impaired. So you have to condition yourself to be at the equidistant point between two extremes. So therefore, you maintain a context of objectivity, that when you evaluate something, you're evaluating in a context that you're objective. Because a person naturally wants to do something, so then there's already a conflict. You're conflicted. A person's stingy, is not giving. Somebody comes to him to ask to be helped. On a subconscious level, he has 1,000 reasons already why he's not helping the man. But of course, so his intellect already is impaired because of the conflict not to give. So, but if you bring yourself to the equidistant point, between two extremes, so now I'm ready to hear, because you have nothing negative, you have nothing positive. Based on your intellectual evaluation of what it is, that's going to be the basis for your decision. That's the Rambam in Hilchos Deos. Okay? And he says, how do you do it? You have to go to the extreme, and it's like a pendulum. And after going to the extreme over time, eventually you're going to be able to establish yourself at the equidistant point of the two extremes. So now the Chovos HaLevavos says a person has sinned. We talk about bad habits. It's already become second nature. There the Rambam's speaking about creating second nature in the positive. But here he's speaking about we've created second nature in the negative. He says even after you've done tshuva, to continuously do the right thing is not simple. Because you have to undo the behavior patterns, the negative behavior patterns that you've established within your lifestyle. Okay? Like I said, a person accepts he's not going to speak during davening. His whole life he's spoken during davening. Or not to speak Lashon Hara. He understands it's wrong, but it's not simple. Unless he reconditions himself to be aware of what comes out of his mouth, he's going to speak irresponsibly. That's just a fact. Or going to do other things. Person is not careful with other people's money. It says, you should value another person's possessions as your own. It's like, somebody comes in. I remember at the time in life, we had the different kinds of chairs, but they were also upholstered chairs. Person comes in, I see for mincha, about 5 minutes, he puts his foot on the chair, ties his shoelace. I go over there, I said, could I ask you a question? If you'd be in your own home, would you put your foot on your upholstered furniture and tie your shoe? Why is this chair different than your chair in your home? No, he heard what I said. But again, there's mine and there's yours. When it's mine, it's one thing, what's yours is something else. It's not he wants to damage it. People don't think. But again, it's a habit. It's creating a certain awareness which is based on a conditioning, a certain sensitivity. A person's attached himself to something which is natural, which is not simple to release yourself from them. They've taught them their tongues, their mouths to speak falsehood. You know, a person who's really doesn't speak truth, even when he wants to say the truth, he has difficulty saying the truth. It's always interspersed with half-truths, gross exaggerations, whatever it may be. It's not simple. The Novi says, could a black man change his skin? Could a leopard change its spots? It's so ingrained in the person that's how difficult it is. As I always say in the name of Rabbi Salanter, he says it's easier to learn through Shas in depth than change one midah, than change one negative characteristic. That's how difficult it is to change. Shedding blood, killing innocent people, whether it's a direct encounter or it's through alilas rechilos, through slander. That because he had spoken to Shaul, he had slandered or tailbeared to Shaul about David, that the city of Nov had harbored him and his men, so Shaul gave the order they have to be destroyed. He personally went and he murdered, he actually committed genocide, Dog. But what was the cause of it? Because since initially he had shared something with David, with Shaul, which he shouldn't have, therefore that led ultimately to that.
He did it, I thought he caused it.
No. What happened was he tailbeared. He went and shared the information with Shaul, gave the order they have to be killed, so he gave the order to his general to kill them. He says, how could I kill innocent people? Nobody was willing to do it. Doeg had such hate for David, he went personally, he took a sword, killed every member of the Nov community. Personally, that's ultimately what it led to. So somehow, he justified it. It was a famous, the Gemara says in Sanhedrin, again in Chelek, which we didn't learn. That's the parak we just started, and we didn't finish it. The Gemara says over there, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to Doeg, "What are you doing?" This is before he went and spoke to Shaul, and tailbeared to Shaul about what the city of Nov had done on behalf of David. What are you gaining? What are you gaining by this? His hate was so intense, couldn't control himself. And he went and he failed, and ultimately it led to this total destruction. And why was Shaul ultimately killed, him and his family? Because he gave the order that no Ir Kohanim should be destroyed. So it says Doeg, who was the leading Torah sage of his generation, passed away. He was less than 35 years old. Because a Rasha does not live half his life. And David ultimately also was held accountable for this. Because the Gemara says, the Gemara also over there says something very interesting. David is held accountable. David was very close with Yonasan. Why do you have to seek a refuge with Nov or harbor? Why do they have to harbor him? They were starving to death. They had no food. They had nothing. If he initially would have asked Yonasan to provide him with food, he wouldn't have to go to Nov. So he precipitated whatever happened. He was held accountable. At a certain level, David was held accountable because initially he had acted irresponsibly by not preparing provisions for himself and his men. Because that negligence or that irresponsibility led to all these terrible things. That Shaul and his family were killed. Tremendous hardship came because of David was not careful enough to prepare as he should have.